Hello there, this is EM Fresh for Fresh to Extreme, and I wanted to tell you a little about something else I got. I have no more money now. In my quest to find the best forks for my bicycles, I think I might have found the right fork for my downhill bike. As you can see on the wall here. Okay, I got my Trek session, my 2022 Trek session. And I have installed, what is that? A Dorado Pro. Now, is it a good fork? I don't know. Now, I took it for a ride at Snowshoe Bike Park in West Virginia, which is my local bike park. And I took it down and it felt really good. The only problem is that it did not, because it is so new, according to the service department for Manitou, I cannot change the dampers. The rebound was really hard to change. I almost, you can see here, I scratched up the little blue knob here to change the rebound, okay? And what makes this so special? Let me take it down off the wall so I can show you. Okay, as you can see here, I've taken it off the wall here. There it is. And just so you know, the fork that came on here from the factory from when I bought this in January was the Boxer Ultimate. The Boxer is a very good fork here. There it is. Just so you know what replaced it, okay? There's nothing wrong with this fork here. It's a very good fork by Rock Shox. But the problem I'm having is I'm trying to get more small bump sensitivity. Okay, and with the Boxer, I guess for my weight, I'm not saying I'm a fat ass or anything like that, or maybe I am, but I think there's something that has to do with the stanchions. I'm learning that the bigger the stanchions, the more comfortable it feels for me, and the less air I have to put into the fork, okay? And so the Dorado, I saw it come, this is Dorado Pro, okay? This is the carbon version. I think there's two other versions. There's the Expert, which is just, I think it's aluminum. I think it's the same exact thing. It just weighs a little more. I could be wrong. I think it uses air, like actual spacers, like the hard spacers. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but this particular one is just like the Measure Pro, okay, that I had on my Slash, if you watch some of my other videos. But what makes this fork so special is that it is inverted, it's upside down. I saw some Spaniards, okay, at Snowshoe. It was cool, I saw one, they had one. And I asked, what is that? And they even let me ride it. It was pretty cool. I was like, wow, this feels really comfortable. And straight out of the box, when I got this, straight out of the box, I put the air in it. It's a little bit different than the normal Shox. It doesn't use volume spacers. It uses just air as the volume spacer. It's called, I think, infinite rate tune. It's to help you ramp up at the bottom. Then you put air down here, a Schrader valve under here, down on the right side, and you pump it up to, you can go up to 200 PSI just for air. I call it a virtual volume spacer. Okay, I copyrighted that. Okay. And so it's just made of air, and it's not using any spacers, volume spacers. If you don't know what those are, volume spacers are, so I got it in here. So this is a volume spacer. It goes right in here, but this doesn't use, it's the Dorado Pro, okay, version. The carbon version does not use a volume spacer, a hard physical volume spacer. It uses air. Their claim is that those plastic volume spacers do not compress. Okay, which they don't because they're hard. Air does, so it makes it more natural feel, more natural ramp up. And it is actually true. And the thing is, I can run really low pressure. You put the main air on this side, okay, the main chamber, and then the infinite rate tune at the bottom. As you can see, I already lost the cap. And by the way, they don't have any extras either. They're gonna email me when they get back in stock. But I think I can put a regular Schrader cap. But I was at Snowshoe and it performed very well the first time. I didn't really quite know what I was doing. I just set the stock settings. Have a really good chart that tells you based on your weight. And the only thing I hate is that I'm Most of the time I'm over 220, and that's what the chart gives you recommendations for. But I just put it at a 220 pound person, even though I am 240. That's my water pack, my CamelBak, all my gear on, I'm like 240. That's how much weight I have. Anyway, you got the picture. And then let me just tell you more about it. Okay, you have, these are just like on the Fox 38s. And even on my new, spoiler alert, okay, I have a Zeb now, a Zeb Charger. I'm just gonna show you real quick, just so you know what I'm talking about. This is my Zeb, the new Zeb Charger 3, or the Zeb Ultimate, with the Charger 3 dampener, with the buttercup on it, okay. And as you can see, the Measure Pro is not on there anymore. And you can probably guess why. And there's the air. When you press the valves, these little red buttons, it releases the air out of the negative air chamber. And so it keeps the fork filling flush, so it's not harsh. Really cool. These are a lot easier, or you can actually hear the air. Right now there's no extra air in there. But it happens when it gets hot, kind of like a hot air balloon, or you change elevation. I'm at 1,000 feet where my house is, but we go to snowshoe, it goes up to almost 4,500 feet, so it creates air, and the air in here that you don't need. And so you press these little red buttons here, takes the air out, just like on the Fox 38 on my high tower, so you can see. It's the same thing. Oop, there's air in there right now, I can hear something. You can just be sitting there and like, I didn't even use that this week, and there's air in it. It just builds up in there, the atmospheric pressure. But anyway, on this side, the top is the rebound, okay? This is where, if someone asked me, what is your favorite fork right now? Of all the forks, regardless of downhill, or right now I would have to say it's the Fox 38. Why? Because it has high speed rebound adjustment and low speed rebound adjustment, low speed compression and high speed compression. And it is very, very easy to do for my weight. The Dorado Pro just has the low speed rebound. Like the Rock Shox, Manitou doesn't say anything about how this is made. I've not looked at the diagram or anything. But I believe it does have a high speed rebound, but you can't control it. It does it for you. You know, when you adjust the low, it will automatically, somewhere inside here, adjust the damper to affect the high speed rebound. Not a big deal, because I wish I had high speed rebound, okay? Because I've learned that I get a real supple feeling, no bumps or anything, when I turn my high speed rebound all the way up, and then my low speed rebound really fast, all the way open, maybe a click or two clicks, 3 clicks, or 4 clicks from fully open, like really fast. And then on my compression, okay, on this particular fork, the compression's at the bottom, which is a pain in the ass. I can't turn the knobs right now. And so my ride was really harsh. Right now, they're all the way closed. And I need my high speed compression to be all the way closed like it is. But my low speed compression, I like that all the way open, maybe 1 click. And it just creates like a monster truck type of feel. It's just totally amazing. On my other forks, I don't know how it feels. I did some jumping with it. I took some video, and I'm gonna put on from snowshoe with riding this fork, and I was getting launched in the air and everything. But when I went to those braking bumps, however, it was absolutely horrible. Almost as horrible as riding with the Boxer, okay? It's just horrible, you know? But anyway, it doesn't use very much air. It feels very stiff, but I know for a fact if I can get this working down the bottom, if I can get that low speed compression to turn, knob to turn, and then the high speed compression to turn, I will be A-okay. I can feel it, how it works. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. This is the Dorado Pro mounted to my Trek Session. Only thing I don't like about it, I'm gonna have to put my longer spank bars back on, because I can't use my air pump, my air tool. And I'll do a video on that too, so you'll know what shock pumps I use. And there's a reason why I need to use the air tool, especially with this type. The valve is very sensitive, so you gotta have it completely on there, but when you take it off, the air comes out. you know, and I can't get this on because my bar is blocking the hole. I can use the little tiny pump, which pumps up really fast actually, but when I take it off, all the air goes out because I can't unscrew the valve fast enough. On the air tool, it has like a quick release type thing where you can decouple the shock to let the air out of the hose and then take it off without the air coming out. Pretty ingenious by, I think Specialized makes it. But anyway, what else can I say? It has these little, I call them little boots at the bottom, but they're just fenders, they're guards for the stanchion because it's upside down. Usually this part here is at the top, okay? And another thing I've noticed when I'm riding, usually I feel it in your arms because that stiffness, or when it compresses, is higher. But since it's upside down, I don't feel any harshness if I'm hitting something. All that harshness is on the wheel. In a nutshell, it's just more further away from my arms, okay? And so you don't feel as much. This fork feels really good out of the box. Small braking bumps will be gone, I know, once I can get this thing to move. I was on with support and they said that it will move, you just gotta keep moving because it's so durable. It will eventually loosen up. After 20 hours or so, then you should be able to turn it with your fingers really easily. If I don't scratch all the paint off like I did this one here, trying to move the compression knob. I just couldn't move at the bottom. The compression was really hard, like the low speed and high speed. And that's why the braking bumps, you know. But anyway, but aside from that, it felt really, really good. I think it's the best fork, downhill fork I've ever ridden. Okay, actually I know it is. Is it better than the Boxer? I say yes for me, because I don't have to put very much air in it. The Boxer, if you see over there, it's being decommissioned, I had to put a lot of air, even though the manual might say, I think it's for my weight 54 or something like that. I had to put, I think I put 170 or 168 PSI in it, and then it feels like it'll hold me and I can, you know, get launched in the air and stuff when I do my jumps and stuff. It's still a good fork. It's just a little bit harder. It feels, how can I say? It doesn't feel like the 38, maybe because of stanchions. That's all it is. It's just about feel. It's still a good fork, you know. But this right here, not only that, you get the looks, you get the flaws, you know. But it's still a good fork. And it's also about the rider too. I'm still a novice rider, so to speak, but I just tired of buying stuff. When I'm on it, I just want it to feel good. As I'm getting faster, I want it to have the fork so I can go down the hill as fast as possible. And then just, you know, stick with a brand, you know. Find a brand to stick with that fulfills my needs. Only thing I wish I had on here was the high-speed rebound of the top. Who knows, I might have to get a Fox 40 if I can find one. But I think the Fox 40 would probably beat this one out. I'm pretty sure it would. It would beat this Dorado Pro out. I already know it already because I just love my Fox 38, that high speed. Those four knobs. But anyway, right now, this is number one downhill fork. I had the Boxer Select, okay, Boxer Ultimate, which is the one over here. And then now this one here. There we have it. You don't see these forks very often, these inverted forks. And right now, this is my fork. It's gonna stay on here until I can get my hands on a Fox 40. Then I can make a total decision. When you go fast, what is it gonna do? You know, that's the thing, okay? And that's my quest, is to find a shock that can do braking bumps. I needed to be able to crush through double black, you know, jump off 8-foot drops for my sanity so I can feel comfortable. But anyway, stay tuned for the next video where I talk about the new Rock Shox Zeb Ultimate with the new Charger 3 damper and buttercups.